If you just moved to the UK and you're struggling to open a bank account, stop. Before you walk into another bank, before you fill out another form, before you get rejected one more time, you need to watch this video first. Because there is one thing that most immigrants don't know about. One tool that the UK government created specifically to solve the exact problem you are facing right now. And it takes less than 10 minutes to get it. It's called a share code. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what it is, how to get it, and how to use it to open a bank account, sometimes on the very same day. Stay with me, this is important. Let me start by asking you something. Have you ever tried to open a UK bank account and the bank asked you for proof of address, and you didn't have a utility bill or a council letter or any official document showing your UK address? So they said no. And then you went to get a rental flat and the landlord said, "Sorry, we need proof of a bank account first." And you just stood there thinking, how is this even possible? The bank wants my address before they give me an account. The landlord wants my bank account before they give me an address. Which one comes first? This is called the catch-22 of being a new immigrant in the UK. And thousands of people fall into this trap every single year. But there is a way out. And that way out is the share code. So what exactly is a share code? Think of it like this. When you were given permission to live in the UK, whether through a work visa, a student visa, a skilled worker visa, or the EU settlement scheme, that permission was registered by the UK government. In the past, they gave you a physical card to prove it. That card was called the BRP, the Biometric Residence Permit. You've probably seen it, a small plastic card with your photo and your visa details on it. But here is something very important that changed recently. From November 2024, the UK stopped issuing new BRP cards, and by July 2025, the entire system went fully digital. Now your visa, your immigration permission, lives online. It's called an e-visa, and the way you prove your status to banks, landlords, and employers is through something called a share code. A share code is a 9-character code, letters and numbers, that you generate through the official gov.uk website. You give this code to whoever needs to check your immigration status. They enter it into the government system, and within seconds, they can see that you have the legal right to be in the UK. That's it. No plastic card, no stamps in your passport, just a code. And this code can open your bank account. Now let me be very clear about something, because this is where many people make a costly mistake. There are different types of share codes. There is a right to work share code. This is used when you start a new job and your employer needs to check that you can legally work in the UK. This code starts with the letter W. Then there is a right to rent share code. This is used when you're renting a property. This code starts with the letter R. And then there is a general immigration status share code. This is the one you use for banks. And this is the one most people don't know about. If you go to a bank with a right to work code, the W code, the bank system will not be able to process it correctly, and you may get rejected. Not because your status is wrong, but because you used the wrong type of code. So please remember this. For banks, you need the General Immigration Status Code. When the website asks you why you need the code, you select, "To prove my immigration status for anything else." That is the one. Let me now walk you through exactly how to generate your share code step by step. This is completely free. It costs nothing. First, go to gov.uk. Search for View and Prove Your Immigration Status. You will see a green button that says Start Now. Click it. You will need your UKVI customer number. This is a number that was given to you by the Home Office in one of your letters. Check your decision letter, your visa approval email, or any official Home Office correspondence. That number is on there. Enter your UKVI customer number, then enter your date of birth. The system will then send a 6-digit security code to your phone or email. Enter that code. And then you will see your e-visa and a button that says Get a Share Code. Click it. Select To Prove My Immigration Status for Anything Else, and your share code will appear on the screen. Write it down, save it, screenshot it. That code is valid for 90 days. You can use it multiple times. And whenever it expires, you can generate a new one for free in minutes. Now let's talk about opening your bank account, because this is the part you've been waiting for. The first thing you need to understand is that not all banks are the same. Some banks are very strict, some are much more flexible. And if you are brand new to the UK, meaning you have no proof of address yet, then the best place to start is not a traditional high street bank. The best place to start is a digital bank. Monzo, Starling, Revolut, Moniz. These are apps on your phone. You download the app, you verify your identity, and you're done. Many of them do not require proof of address. They will accept your passport and your share code, and that is enough. The process is simple. Download the app, create your account, upload a photo of your passport, do the selfie or liveness check, where the app asks you to look left, look right, or blink. Then enter your share code when asked to verify your immigration status. And in most cases, you will have a working UK bank account with a sort code and account number within the same day. Your physical debit card will arrive in 3 to 5 working days. That's it. Now, if you want to open an account with a traditional bank, like Barclays, HSBC, Lloyds, or Nationwide, the process is a bit more involved. You will need to book an in-branch appointment. You will need your passport and your share code, and you will need some form of proof of address. It doesn't have to be a utility bill. Some banks will accept a letter from your university, a letter from a support organization, or even a letter from your employer. It's always worth asking before your appointment. The application usually takes 1 to 4 weeks to complete. Now, I want to talk about something that banks do not advertise. There is a hidden legal requirement that every bank in the UK must follow. Every bank in the UK is legally required to check your immigration status before opening a current account. This is not optional. It is the law under the Immigration Act. If a bank finds out that a customer does not have the right to be in the UK, they are required to report that to the Home Office. What this means for you is simple. If your immigration status is valid and you have the share code to prove it, then this check takes about 5 seconds. The bank enters your code, sees your status, and moves on. No problems. But if you go to a bank without your share code, or with the wrong type of share code, the bank cannot complete this check. And rather than risking a legal problem, they will simply reject your application. They won't always explain why. They'll just say no. So now you know. The share code is not just helpful. For many banks, it is the thing that makes or breaks your application. I also want to warn you about something that happens to a lot of immigrants when they first arrive. They try to open accounts at 5 or 6 banks at the same time, maybe because they were rejected once and want to increase their chances. I completely understand. But this is a serious mistake, and here is why. Every time you apply for a bank account, especially at a traditional bank, that bank performs what is called a hard search on your credit file. Each hard search lowers your credit score, and each one stays on your file. So if you apply to 5 banks in 1 week, you now have 5 hard searches on your credit file. And when lenders see that, they think, this person is desperate for credit, and they are less likely to approve you. Apply to 1 bank at a time. Start with a digital bank like Monzo or Starling, because they typically do softer checks. Once you have that account, use it. Build your history. Then, when you're ready, apply to a traditional bank. Now let me talk about credit scores. Because the bank account is just the beginning. Your real financial life in the UK depends on your credit score. And if you are new here, you need to understand this clearly. Your credit score from your home country, whether it's excellent, whether it's perfect, does not come with you. It does not transfer. When you arrive in the UK, you are starting from 0 in the eyes of UK lenders. They have never seen you before. They have no information about whether you pay your debts on time. No information about whether you are financially responsible. And because they don't know you, they treat you as a risk. In the UK, there are 3 companies that track your credit history: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Each one gives you a score on a different scale. Experian scores you from 0 to 999, Equifax from 0 to 1000, TransUnion from 0 to 710. On Experian, a good score starts at 881. On Equifax, good starts at 671. On TransUnion, good starts at 604. As a new immigrant, your score will be low. That's not a punishment, it's just the reality. The system simply doesn't know you yet. But within 3 to 6 months of doing the right things, your score will start to grow. So what are the right things? Let me give you a clear, practical plan. In your very first month, the most important thing you can do after opening your bank account is to register on the electoral roll. Go to gov.uk/register to vote. If you are a Commonwealth citizen, you can vote in UK elections. If you are an EU citizen, you can vote in local elections. And even if you are not eligible to vote, registering on the electoral roll still helps lenders verify your identity and your address. This alone can give your credit score a meaningful boost. Also in your first month, set up at least 1 bill in your own name. A phone contract, a utility bill, something that shows you are living at an address and paying your commitments on time. In months 2 and 3, apply for a credit builder card. There are cards specifically designed for people with little or no UK credit history. Vanquis Bank and Capital One both offer these. The limits are low, often just a few £100s, but that's fine. You spend a small amount on the card each month, and you pay it off in full, every single month without fail. This is how you prove to the credit agencies that you are responsible. This is how your score grows. In months 4 to 6, sign up for something called Experian Boost. This is a free service from Experian. You connect your bank account, and Experian looks for regular payments you are already making: Netflix, Spotify, council tax, your energy bill, your phone plan. It adds those payments to your credit file as positive history. People who use it see an average lift of around 13 points. It's free, it takes minutes, and it only adds positive information. It does not report any missed payments. And every few months, check all 3 credit agencies. Experian has a free service. ClearScore shows you your Equifax data. Credit Karma shows your TransUnion data. All free. Look for any errors. If you see something that looks wrong, a debt that isn't yours, an address you never lived at, dispute it immediately. Errors on credit files are more common than people think, and they can quietly hold your score down for years if you don't catch them. Let me also quickly walk you through the hidden fees that traditional banks often don't mention up front. If you use a traditional high street bank to send money back home, which many immigrants do, you could be paying between 2 and 4% of every transfer in fees. On a transfer of £1,000, that's £20 to £40 just in fees. Every time. Overdraft fees at traditional banks can be £35 or more per incident. Not per month, per incident. Meaning if you go overdrawn 3 times, you could be paying over £100 in fees in a single month. And some basic bank accounts don't allow international transfers at all. So if you opened a basic account and assumed you could send money home, always check before you transfer. For sending money internationally, you are much better off using a specialist transfer service, not your bank. Wise, for example, gives you the real exchange rate with a small, transparent fee. The difference between using Wise and using a high street bank for international transfers can be significant over time. Let me now quickly cover the latest changes you need to know about, because things have moved fast in the UK recently. Physical BRP cards are finished. If you arrived in the UK on or after November 2024, you will not get a BRP. Your immigration status is digital. It's your e-visa. If you had a BRP before that, it may still work for certain things for up to 18 months after the expiry date printed on the card. But the long-term future is digital. Get used to the e-visa system now. And here's something that matters for your bank account. The Home Office is cracking down hard on right-to-work checks. Employers who do not check properly now face fines of up to £60,000. This pressure is trickling down to banks as well. Banks are checking immigration status more carefully than ever. Which again means your share code is not a nice thing to have. It is essential. Let me bring all of this together for you, clearly and simply. You are new to the UK. You need a bank account. Here is exactly what you do. Go to gov.uk. Set up your UKVI account at gov.uk/evisa. This is free and takes 10 to 30 minutes. Generate your share code. Select Prove My Immigration Status for anything else. Write down your 9-character code. Download Monzo or Starling. Follow the steps in the app. Upload your passport and your share code. You'll have a bank account by the end of the day. Then, register on the electoral roll. Set up 1 bill in your name. In a couple of months, apply for 1 credit builder card. Use it lightly. Pay it off every month. Sign up for Experian Boost. Check your credit file regularly. That is the path. It is not complicated, but you have to know it. And now you do. One final thing before you go. The UK financial system can feel impossible when you first arrive. It can feel like it was designed to keep you out, but it wasn't. It was just designed before people like us were considered. And now you know the rules. You know the share code. You know why banks reject people. You know how to build your credit from zero. You know the mistakes to avoid. Share this video with someone who just arrived in the UK, with a friend who's been struggling to open a bank account, with a student who doesn't know where to start. Because this information can genuinely change how their first year in this country goes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. Because every week, we break down exactly how the UK and US money systems actually work, in plain English for people who are new here and just trying to figure it out. You've got this. Let's go.